Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Tom from kudosole.com. Today I'm gonna do an initial impression slash unboxing video of something very nice. Flew in from Mexico actually this week. It's Unmarked. So Unmarked is basically a boot maker or shoemaker based in Leon, Mexico, and I've heard a lot of things about Mexican shoes. I have already done an unboxing video for DVR from Mexico, and now this is my second Mexican-based shoemaker that I am gonna review in this channel. So I have received a pair of Unmarked. However, they didn't pay me for any advertisement. I'm just gonna tell you of how I felt to you guys straight away directly and just tell you more about the brand as well. I have already opened the box and then I wore it to a theater show yesterday. I went to watch Book of Mormon for the second time. It was a very nice show for anyone who is interested, and I thought it was a very nice shoe to wear to a theater because it's a bit of a formal slash fancier place, and these are perfect for that. So without further ado, let me show you what is inside the box. So first of all, they come with a nice little dust bag here. As I've said before, I really like dust bags because they can be used for various things, like you can put your clothes in there when you travel, or you can put your shoes in there too, obviously, if you want to. Here are the shoes. I put them back in there just so that you guys can see how it's like when you unbox these. Let me open them up and show you guys what's inside and basically explain to you guys more about these. So outside of the plastic bag, this is how these Brogues look. So these are Unmarked Concho Longwing Brogues. So Longwing Brogues are a bit more popular in American fashion or American style, less popular compared to just wingtip broguing style. The main difference is that the Longwing has a pattern of brogue that goes all the way back. Meanwhile, if you look at this Tricker's brogue, sorry, it's a tiny bit dusty because I've been moving something around today. So yeah, the brogue pattern ends here. It doesn't go all the way back there. So yeah, as you can see, that the shoes itself is very pretty and the quality control is amazing. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest, because I've never tried Unmarked and I didn't really see or hear many things about them, so I didn't really know what to expect. But I'm actually very wowed about as soon as I opened them because they look really nice and they look really summery with the crepe outsole as well. And I'm very glad or excited to wear them more, even after yesterday's as well. So let me explain to you guys a bit more about the shoes itself. So first of all, the upper leather is pull-up leather from Pan America, according to the website. Now, Pan America, I thought it was more like a cuisine thing, but I guess you can use it for leather as well. But I think the leather itself is from Mexico, either Mexico or Argentina, because I know that they have a lot of nice tanneries in those areas. But yeah, anyway, they don't really disclose where the country is exactly. The upper leather is a pull-up leather in black. So if you're interested, they also have the same model in blue, navy-ish color. And I also know that they have a veg tanned version as well. But yeah, these are black and I wanted them in black so that it's a tiny bit more formal. I'm not gonna say this is super formal, it's more casual obviously, but I wanted something black, and because I do have a lot of brown shoes already. If you look at the inside, there is leather lining. They say it's calf leather, which is very soft, and it was very easy to wear as well. And if you look at the back or the heel part, a bit more suede kind of and tougher in a way compared to the other part of the lining where it's just smooth vegetable tan leather. So that is a difference. And I do believe that's because this is where it rubs the most, and it's probably just to protect the shoes and yourself for a longer and more durable wear. So I think it's a bit of a nice touch from the brand. And inside you can see there's not removable insole with an Unmarked logo there. I got size US 12, so that's UK 11. And I do think it's a really good choice because I do have a bit of a wide feet. I got the same size as my other dress shoes, which is around UK 10.5 or UK 11. And I do think it fits good. And then the widest part of the shoe fits my widest part of my feet. So that's good. Continuing with the insoles, it's channeled leather insole, and it seems like this is veg tan leather as well. Yes, as I've said, you can't remove it because it's channeled in there. And if you look at the upper Brogue design, I do think that there's a lot of detail in there. It's a really nice pattern. It's not too big or not too quiet, and I think it looks really, really good. And the color itself is very pretty as well. A tiny bit downside is this part. I don't really like this part of the design where the Brogue goes all the way up here. I usually prefer a Brogue design that cuts off there. But obviously that's my personal choice. Another thing is that you can see how the leather is creasing on the stress area here at the vamp. I don't think this is a loose grain per se, but this is just how the leather is going to crease in the stress area there. So just so you are aware. In the upper, it has 5 eyelets in golden color and comes with a matching colored laces to the upper leather as well. Moving on to the midsole, they use storm welt, 360 degrees storm welt. And if you look at here, the connection part it looks really good. I know some brands with poor quality welt connection when they're finishing off the shoes. However, it looks really clean, and I do think that this is, there's no quality issues that I want to raise about the outsole or midsoles in this way. Another thing that people should watch out for when they are buying a pair of shoes and they aren't sure if this Goodyear welted, Blake stitched, or welted shoes basically, so that they can replace the outsole after they wear them for a long time, is they need to search for where the welt joins up, because the storm welt goes all the way around. They stitch down all the way around, and they need to cut a certain point so that they can connect the 2 welts together. However, if your shoes have fake welts, they will less likely to have this part, because this is just another cost to the company, or they're just trying to cut the cost in this part as well. So you won't see where they are connecting the stitches and welts together, so that the shoes are holding together in a way. So that's something to watch out for if you're unsure if your shoes are Goodyear welted or not. Continuing with the midsole, you can see that the welt and also midsole has a tiny bit of a different color. I don't know if you can really tell, but I can tell from my eyes from this side. But anyway, so yeah, there's a welt and midsole, which is also vegetable tanned, and outsole is natural crepe. Now, I do really enjoy wearing crepe sole shoes because they are very, very comfortable, and I was very surprised how soft these crepes are. And when I was walking on them, it felt like I was wearing sneakers, like just basically very, very squishy and very, very comfortable. The downside with the natural crepe shoes is that they will wear out much quicker than other hard rubber shoes, so you will have to replace them as soon as they are worn down a bit more than that. But yeah, when I wore them yesterday, sorry it's a bit dirty because obviously I wear them to the theater, it was very comfortable, and I didn't have any negative thing to say about the outsole. I just did that, and I can already feel the soles bouncing on my hand as well. But something else that I wanted to mention about the shoes is that the outsole is very, very soft and squishy. However, the midsole itself seems a bit more stiff. So it will take a bit of a time for me to wear these in so that they're broken in. And it will be more comfortable once the midsole, the veg tan leather, which is pretty thick in my opinion. Look how thick it is. Once they are broken in, it will be more comfortable. For now, I could feel that the midsole doesn't follow through when I'm walking in them, which is expected anyway, so I'm not really mad about that. Lastly, the last they use is Kent Lost Kent is an area in the UK. Interesting that they named the Lost Kent as well. The width itself is D, however my width is between D and E. Therefore I went up half a size compared to my normal it's at UK 10.5 to UK 11, in this case US 12, so that it fits a bit better in the widest part of the shoe. It does have a bit of room around the toe, however it's not too crazy that it's uncomfortable. Overall, I am very impressed with the quality. Unmarked is a brand that I always wanted to try, and I get to try them out this way, which is very nice in my opinion. These are currently priced at $390 online. That's around £300. Comparatively speaking, other brands that offers £300 shoes in the UK, the quality of this is much better. However, everyone's financial situation is very different. So $390 can be something that's cheap for you or not at the same time. For dress shoes, that will probably last you a very long time. And also you can replace the outsole as well. So it's really up to you if you think you can afford this or not. However, for me, I think this is worth its money in terms of how well constructed this is, and then it will last you very long time. So if you're talking about like rate of return in terms of your investment, it will be very good. Obviously the money can be a lot for some people, and you should always buy something depending on your economic situation. One other thing that was interesting about these is that the brand itself pushes fair trade, and I didn't know fair trade would be something that we need to consider during when we're buying shoes, but I guess it makes sense because, you know, it could be an unfair trade for some kind of materials that goes into the shoes. So this is Concho Longwing Brogue, and they do have a lot of interesting style shoes like loafers, boots, work boots, or cowboy boots as well, which I really wanted to try. I don't think I can pull it off though, but please let me know what you think in the comment section. And this is Tom. I'll come back with more reviews on this next time. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.